Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host Chris Dices. We're here with the NNN show. Bit of a short one or long one, we don't really know. But this is an interesting topic, and I've been thinking about it. Been really thinking about it. Looking at the Wii U and looking at the Switch and the 3DS and that, the topic that we are talking about is when will online services end for the Wii U. Now, the interesting thing is the latest stability patch update, which is 5.5.2, suggests that the Miiverse system will be discontinued at some point. Now, I say that will happen in the next few months. That's my thinking or my suggestion. However, yes, I'm still a little unwell. However, I also feel like it could be the beginning of the end for other online services in terms of the Wii U's multiplayer stuff. Now, the Wii U may still be supported for a number of years in terms of having its online services and things like that. It could be 2020 by the time they shut that down, or 2022, or whatever those dates. The Nintendo DS had a long life in terms of support, and the 3DS is obviously still very much active. But the Wii U is a little bit different in terms of online services and things like that. And I expect that maybe online services for things like Mario Kart 8 and Smash Brothers and Splatoon and things like that might end at the end of next year. Which seems quite soon, but there could be some suggestions why. And this is just a guesswork. It's not particularly educated to a high degree. But if you think about it, there's been a huge push of multiplayer games. Splatoon, Mario Kart, ARMS, other type of multiplayer stuff. The only sort of big multiplayer stuff that I can think of that Nintendo fans would probably still be using would be Smash Brothers. Now, Smash Brothers was re-released next year. That would mean that there is a clear chance for Nintendo to discontinue online services for the Wii U in terms of shutting down servers and things like that. Now, that could be okay, but there could really anger and upset some Nintendo fans, and it could be a big issue. Now, I'm not too sure if this will happen or not, but I think part of the reason why they did a lot of multiplayer games in the first year is giving people game experiences that they will keep on coming back to. In terms of single player games, you probably play it for 40, 50 hours or more or less, and then you're done with the game, you put it away, and you sort of move on to something else. With multiplayer games, you always kind of keep on going back to, especially online multiplayer games. You know, the games that you really enjoy. They're the games where you can put together hundreds of hours, like Mario Kart, and Splatoon, and Smash, and Animal Crossing. So the other reason why they might be putting so many multiplayer games on the Switch is to literally turn the Switch off some of the servers for the Wii U. The Wii U sold very badly. I would say that a lot of the early Switch adopters probably did buy a Wii U, and they've pretty much moved on. The Wii U's probably been collecting dust for a long time, and I think that it might be time to for Nintendo to look at the online services and that and see if it will continue beyond 2018. I would not be surprised if they do go, hey, Mario Kart 8 players, if you want to keep on playing Mario Kart 8, you've got to buy a Switch and our new deluxe version because we're shutting down the servers because no one barely uses it. So I'm going out on a limb here because quite possibly that they might keep the services going until 2020 or 21 or 2022. But I say that even that's a long way away. Even 2020 is a long way away. I think for the 3DS, those online services will be around for another 3, 4 or 5 years because it's such a successful console, over 60 million users, Pokemon fans on it, you know, Pokemon trading and things like that. That's a big game that they couldn't really shut off. So that's my sort of thinking about it. And I think that is what might happen to the future of the Wii U's online services and games. So it's an interesting sort of thought, but I'm thinking, with the Miiverse ending, maybe this is just the beginning of shutting down the Wii U online servers and things like that. Maybe that's why the multiplayer games are there too. So, apart from that, from the NNN show, I've been doing okay. I've been getting used to the idea of doing stand-up videos and things like that, and just sort of looking at my collection, which has been fun. And I kind of like standing up and doing things. I enjoy that sort of different challenge and doing things like that. So I'm pretty happy about it. I'm pretty happy about the way that things are, and I am looking forward to doing more videos like this. It's not the end of the webcam and the microphone, it's just I want to do a bit of a change up of things. I think for events like E3 and things like that, when you really do need to quickly put out videos, if I need to, then I've got that choice of using that compared to this guy. But I've gotten pretty quick putting things up and doing videos and that. I'm pretty good at doing things on the first or second or third take. I've gotten used to that idea. But I do sort of enjoy this sort of standing up thing. I think it makes me a bit active, and sort of, I never really put a thing on the arm, didn't I? But yeah, I'm very pleased, and plus too that you can actually see the collection a bit better, because when I had the desk on the other side, some of the things that you saw on the bookcases always looked a little too small, a little too big, and you probably don't see some of the little things, but it's a lot of figurines and stuff. I've cut down on some of the consoles because I owned too many DSs and I got rid of a few, and it's really about the memories of playing games. So I guess that's my little update on the channel. We're still making videos, we're still doing alright, but it's going to be interesting to see what the future holds for the channel and all the exciting stuff for Nintendo, Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2 coming out next few days. I'll get that a little later on. And we also have other Switch games that I can't think of. Skyrim, things like that. Rocket League, that's going to be a big game for some people. So, I'm going to finish this video as I've yapped on too long. So that's the NNN show. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next week or so with another opinion, unless some breaking news happens. I'll see you later on.